And welcome everyone. To the NBA. On 2K Sports, brand new season. So glad to have you with us on this journey. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the Dallas Mavericks. And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Houston shooting their first free throw in this game. And the technical free throw is good. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Now here's Durant. Here's Şengün. And Şengün, throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Here's Lively. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jason Kidd had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and Coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Russell. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Thompson outside. Pass to Lively. High post Davis. Clock at 6. Davis a screen. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Russell with the ball. Van Vliet covering. Lively with the bucket.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
Here's Van Vliet. Outside Durant. Back to Van Vliet. Launches a 3. Davis with a rebound. And Dallas with possession. Trailing by 5. Puts up a 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Thompson pulls it in. And Houston has possession. Pass to Durant. 4-3. The Rockets with another miss.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Thompson. Lively with it. Defended by Şengün. Back comes Houston in transition. Houston with another miss. Mavericks trail by 5. Outside Russell. On the take. And a strong finish with two hands.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Smith. Screen by Durant. The three ball. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
Screen by Durant. To get back on track. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Russell. Here's Davis. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Back comes Houston in transition. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
And here's Thompson for 3. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. It's stolen by Lively. Outside Davis. Outside for Russell. Inside. And stolen by Durant. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Lively. And now the Mavs on the run. Back to Russell. Lively with it. Right side Davis. Pass to Lively. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. .50 seconds left now in the first quarter. Clock at 4. And here's Thompson for 3.
Still hasn't gotten on the board this quarter. He may be pressing a little, trying to get them out of this hole.
Here's Thompson. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. Mavericks trail by 6. To the inside. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Oh, my goodness. Not only a vertical threat, but a big-time finisher, Derek Lively.
The Rockets with another miss. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Mavs. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Offensive rebound. Back to Van Vliet. Stolen by Davis. Up in time. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Houston up by 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Houston.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And, boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Hey, yo, right here.
Outside Holiday. Drives to the hoop. It's tipped.
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send it back.
3 on 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Now here's Eason to the middle. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
Rockets with a rebound.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Here's Finney Smith. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Doris, in a league that glorifies offense, you have to appreciate what Finney Smith brings to the defensive end.
BA, one of those guys who brings versatility and perhaps more importantly, dependability. You can put him on the ball, off ball, guards, even bigs. You talk about a true do-it-all defender, that's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Now here's Williams. To the wing on the left. Pass to Gafford. Can't hit that one. Excellent D there from Capella. To the paint. Here's Holiday. Washington grabs the miss. Tries again. Eason can't get it to go. Here's Holiday. And here's Shepard for 3. Now Holiday. He's guarded by Exum. From the arc. Washington grabs the miss.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Well, that's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his game.
Washington outside. Pass to Marshall. Over Finney-Smith. The jump hook. And here's Gafford. Clock is at 3. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Finney-Smith. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
That's what you call using your body. Playing a little bully basketball is Dorian Finney-Smith.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. And the dunk by Gafford.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Well, the length and the vertical, boy, Daniel Gafford can be a force defensively.
And Dallas making a change here. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Holiday taking his time here. Right side Eason. Pass to Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
Washington a screen. Down low. Stolen by Capella. Holiday with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Here's Shepard. He's scoreless. Back to Tate. Let's go with a 3. Here's the second effort. And Capella with the lay-in. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Yeah, offensively, Capella's game is grabbing offensive boards. You have to put a body on him.
Here's Marshall. And that'll be Dallas's ball as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks able to keep the possession.
Rocket substitution. Number 5, Fred VanVleet.
Washington outside. Back to Thompson. Fires for 3. Can't connect. Making him 1 for 6 from the field.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Now here's Van Vliet. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Here's Capella. Gafford grabs the miss. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Pass to Marshall. Back to Williams. Out to Thompson. Oh, they get a hand on it. Shot clock at 6. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Capella with it. Checked by Washington. Pass to Shepard. From outside the arc. Now here's Capella. Sinks that one from the post. Capella's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Inside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Tari Eason.
Now for P.J. Washington, it's important he continue to establish himself as a floor spacer. This guy can really make threes.
Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And Şengün throw it down.
That's the ability to see the game a step forward. Durant has it and makes his teammate look good.
Here's Davis. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. With 1 on the clock, Thompson. And so it's the Houston Rockets in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Now Russell, no points so far. Thompson outside. And stolen by Williams. Here's Şengün. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Substitution for the Rockets. Number 5, Fred VanVleet.
Durant for 3. Sinks the tray. Durant's got 9.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
To the paint. Here's Davis. Look at Davis go to work on the interior.
Yet between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
And here's Van Vliet. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. No good. A bit long that time. Mavericks trail by 14. Pass to Lively. Soft touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his 3rd year, Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11 post guy. He is so skilled.
Dallas shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And so it's Dallas with it. Following the score by Houston. Lively. Şengün with a steal. Van Vliet on the wing. Up and over Russell. Van Vliet misses.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell. Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And here's Thompson for three.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Stolen by Davis. On the wing, Thompson. Durant with a steal. Here's the break. And it's blocked by Davis.
And that's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender.
Smith with the rebound.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Thompson with it. Now Thompson defending. There's the three. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
This guy is on the short list of the all-time great three-point shooters. Klay Thompson's stroke is flawless.
Pass to Van Vliet. Now Şengün. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Russell. Screen by Lively. On the wing, Thompson. From downtown. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Back comes Houston in transition. For three, Durant. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Left side, Davis. Thompson outside. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Lively with it. Guarded by Smith. To the middle. Out to Thompson. From deep. Smith with the rebound. Houston leading by 11. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Derek Lively.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
B.A., I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is that 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Capella. Holiday with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. The baseline, Jay. No luck on that one. Mavericks trail by 12. Pass to Exum. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. And here's Shepard for three. It's a three-pointer. Shepard's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And here's Gafford. Gafford the screen. Here's Williams. Again, the miss by Dallas. Houston leading by 15. And here's Shepard for three. It's hauled in by Exum.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Eason. Here's Shepard. And he makes it on the layup. Shepard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's the Houston Rockets leading by 7. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Holiday. Pass to Adams. Outside Holiday. Back to Adams. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Exum, right side. Out to Powell. Now Gafford. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, there was some contact there, but Gafford able to use his size to finish.
Pass to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's Gafford. Sees the lob. He got a piece of it. It's a one-on-one situation. It's stolen. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
And with the speed on the break from Powell right now, just booking down the court and getting to the basket.
And it's Shepherd missing.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Knocked loose. Ooh, it's stolen by Eason. Here's Finney-Smith. Buries it down low. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Just 4 to shoot. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
Well, you love when Steven Adams shows his strength. Even with the defense in his grill, he finds a way to score.
And Adams no good on that one. Pass to Russell. Back to Thompson. Davis a screen. Out to Thompson. Tries to break his ice. Adams grabs the miss.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Russell. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
And the basket by Holiday.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Now here's Russell. And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
The three from Thompson. The Rockets pull it in.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
The baseline J is on the way. It's stolen by Lively. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Russell from outside. Drills it from deep.
In catch-and-shoot situations, you've got to be balanced and in control. Mr. Russell, well done.
Offline with a three. The Rockets lead by 14. Pass to Şengün. Lively grabs a miss. Thompson outside.
2 minutes remaining.
And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
Out of bounds. Houston ball.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. Pass to Şengün. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Rockets lead by 17.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends. And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game.
Oh,
Get out of the way!
Flying high! Throwing it down!
Clear the way! Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Davis a screen. Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. Can't connect from long distance. Houston leading by 16. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Mavericks.
Rocket substitution.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thompson outside. The three. Kevin Durant with a rebound. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Pass to Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Back to Van Vliet. Here's the three. Durant's shot is off. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Davis. Dallas no good that time either. Left side Durant. Shoots over Thompson. Durant with the bucket.
Assist goes to.
And the Rockets lead by 18. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one.